Hey everybody, I'm Nick,
And I'm Zach.
and this is She Killed the Podcast.
Careless Opinion Podcast, to be exact, dear bud.
Oh yeah, you right.
What are we talking about today, boy?
Today we are talking about gaming.
I love the motion you did there.
Thank you. I wanted
The
to be
whole, pulling your arm down thing.
harnessing the energy.
Yeah, you know that no one's gonna see that, though.
Really harnessing it.
I got the power of God and anime on my side.
Okay, anyway. That cut me deep. Anyway.
Sorry.
Anyway,
Oh,
the
man.
best part the best way to start
What?
any podcast. Zach, what are you drinking?
I'm being real basic. I'm sorry, man. I'm drinking Bud Light.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with some buddies.
Some Bud Lights.
Some Bud Lights.
Open a Bud with a brother.
With a brother.
What are you drinking?
I am drinking Dragon's Milk by New Holland.
So you don't want a Bud? Got it. Okay.
I want a dragon.
I'll just go fuck myself. Got it. Anyways. Alright, man, so this is it. Gaming, the podcast that no one asked for.
But the one you deserve.
No. No one deserves this.
You know, the world could use more heroes, Zach.
Oh, good. What are you doing? What are you doing, man? Go ahead. You got something to say. I can see it. Go ahead. Say what you want to say.
You ever play the fun game Overwatch, Zach?
Nope.
We're just getting this one out of the way. That's why I bring it up first.
That's fair. Alright, go ahead. I've never played it, so elaborate.
It's a real fun game if you like hating and loving things at the same time. It's a first-person shooter. Yeah, you're basically mini superheroes fighting other mini superheroes. You got your own like abilities. You got like ultimates. It's fun and rage-inducing. You should try it.
Can I be Captain America in it? Not interested. No,
Fair enough.
No, I will try it. I would actually love to try it. I've seen a lot of people play it. I've seen a lot of gameplay of it, and I'm always like, I feel like I hate this, but like, it looks so fun, kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of. Then I watch people rage quit on it. And
Oh
I'm like,
yeah. Those are
that
the
makes it
best.
even funnier.
Yeah.
I don't rage quit in games. I just
I did until I started playing Overwatch.
I get frustrated when I play video games, but I don't like rage quit. I think I've rage quit once, maybe once, in the past like year at least. Definitely rage quit in my life, but in probably like 2-3 years, I just don't rage quit. If I die, I die. It sucks to suck. I'm not good enough. I better get better.
You know what? That's a good mentality. I'm gonna adopt that mentality.
You should. It's a good mentality
It
to have
is.
when you play video games.
Yeah.
One game that you had mentioned to me the other day that I'm really stoked to talk about, despite me being sacrilegious and not playing the new one, God of War.
Yes.
I know.
You would
man.
love the new one so much. It's like a movie.
So I know that you told me the other day that I'm the one that got you into the old God of War.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, I remember high school going over to your place. Like, hey, we're gonna have a little hangout.
Yeah.
We'd show up and you were playing God of War, and I was just like, this looks super fun. And you weren't like speed running the game, but you were like just slaying things real fast.
I was really good at the original God of Wars, man. I was. There's a lot of them too. I know there's a lot of people who've played all of them, but then I also know that there's a lot of people who did not know that the new one is a sequel to something. A lot of people, because from what I've learned, like I said, I don't really know anything about the new one except that I want to play it. One thing I've learned is a lot of people didn't know it was a sequel, and they're like, this is a great standalone. But one of my buddies who has played it told me straight up, like, I've played all of them, but this could have stood up as like a standalone game if you didn't know anything about them, which is really cool. I love when video games can do that.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of God of War games, dude. I think there's a lot of God of War games not a lot of people know about. They're going to be completely out of order the way I'm going to list them. Because God of War 1, and then they released a PSP game called Chains of Olympus. That's a prequel to God of War 1. And then they released God of War 2. And then they released God of War Ghost of Sparta, which takes place in between 1 and 2. Then there's God of War 3. And then they released God of War Ascension, which is the only one I don't like. It's not good. Hate to say that. Sorry. Not sorry. And then the new one. I do know, though, the first two games everyone really liked. And I know the new one, the guy who made the original, I think his name's Cory Barlogh, came back for the new one.
Okay.
So that's like a big deal. Big deal. To me, at least, because I have a soft spot for the first two God of War games. I really do.
Yeah, I really like the new one because they added like RPG elements where you could like upgrade armor and stuff like that. It's really cool.
I used to hate games like that. And now I play way too much Monster Hunter World. And I'm obsessed with Monster Hunter World. And now all I do when I play video games is I throw a hissy fit in my head when I can't upgrade my armor. I do. It's just it's way too much Monster Hunter. Which let me tell you, that's one. That is a good one.
Yeah, that's one that you've been trying to get me into for years now.
Yeah.
I've just been sleeping on it. I might have to try it out.
Because I've only now I'm not a Monster Hunter World like veteran. I've not played all of them. I've only played Monster Hunter World, which is the newest one. But it's really good,
really good.
I'm really good at it. Surprisingly, I'm actually really good at Monster Hunter. I was like, okay, girl, shoot, watch this, bam, dead. Next.
Oh man, so there's one game that you might really like. It's called Nier Automata. I did not just have a stroke, I promise.
Oh boy, alright.
Alright, so it's pretty cool. So you're basically androids. It has 3 different playthroughs, and each playthrough, the first 2 playthroughs, you play through, there's a hero called 2B and 9S, and you pretty much just go try and figure out secrets and stuff. Yeah, it's really sick, man. You should try it. It's so you basically 3 playthroughs. You play through as 2 androids, one of them being 2B and 9S, and you basically just go and you try and find the meaning of life and humans and stuff. But it's really cool because on the 3rd playthrough, you're playing through after certain events happened in the first story, and so you get a whole new playthrough. But the RPG element is that you go and you find specific chipsets because you're an android, so you can boost like specific attacks, your movement speed. There is a limit to movement speed because I'm all about those speedy assassins. So, but it's really fun. I think you'd really like it. And like each playthrough, you have like a different play style. Like you have to find what the play style is part of the fun. That was the first game that I went in blind and bought for the full price and played it for like 2 weeks straight with no rest.
You just wait for it.
Yeah, it was so good.
I'd give that a try. I'd try to venture into that. I'd give it a little whirl.
Give it
The old run around. The old college try.
the old college try.
Try. I'll tell you one that I feel like everybody should play, and if you haven't played it, I get it, but you're wrong. CC's that. Gears of War. Dude, Gears of War will change your life. Change your life. Like, so there's 5 games. Technically there's 6. We don't talk about the horrible game that is God, what is it? I don't even remember what it's called. It's so bad. And it sucks because it's all about my favorite character. I'm not kidding you.
That's how bad it was. You can't
It
even
was
remember
so
the
bad
name of
that
it.
I cannot. Judgment. Boom. Nailed
There
it.
we
Gears
go.
of War Judgment. It's not good. It's I think it was like a different company made it because it was originally always made by I can't remember who, but the company People Can Fly made it, and it's not good. It's just not good, dear bud.
It's not a good there, bro.
It's awful. It messes up the story too. I'm not gonna go into that tangent. I'm not gonna go into that tangent.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep spoilers out for people that want to play
too.
the games.
But man, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5's the newest one. It came out I think like a year ago now, and dude, it's so good. What I love about Gears of War is it's not just the gameplay. I mean, it's hyper violent. It's fixed camera angles. It's so cool. But I'll tell you, man, the stories are so well done. I'll give you something right now, make you interested.
All right,
You know who John DiMaggio is?
kind of.
Bender,
Oh, okay.
Jake from Adventure Time.
Yeah. Okay.
He voices the main character, Marcus.
I'm
Phoenix.
interested.
Boom.
That's all it took.
It's really good, man. I think you would really like it because I know you're a big Borderlands guy, aren't you?
I'm a huge Borderlands guy.
See, I don't know if is the story in Borderlands good? Before I make this comment,
Okay, so One did not really have a story, but
Okay.
it's all about the guns, man. Like it's all about the farming, the looting, and getting the perfect rolls. Borderlands 2 story is awesome. The Damian Clark who does the voice of the Handsome Jack,
Yeah.
his voice acting is just phenomenal. The story is like, I think I've literally played Borderlands 2 with Diabito. We stayed up for 24 hours straight playing it. Just we had already beaten the game. We were just farming and like going and doing like raid bosses. Like it's that much fun, and this was like a few years ago.
Oh.
Yeah, and then Borderlands 3 has a really cringy story, but the gunplay is really good. But Borderlands is more about like the farming, getting perfect rolls, and then just going out and just like bossing stuff. That's what I really like. And Borderlands actually got me into computers because you can mod Borderlands 2, and so it modding. I'm a moderator for a modding community for PlayStation. I was the only one that had a computer that could like download modded characters and then go out and just like we just gave them to people. Like we didn't sell them because some dude invited me, and so it was just like a passion project. So we would just like people that wanted help with modded characters. We just go out and I'd mod them, save them, send it. It's a lot of fun. I really like Borderlands. I've honestly thought about having like a full sleeve tattoo of just Borderlands. That's how much I love it.
You are committed.
I love those games so much.
Jeez.
We need to jump to a different game because I can keep talking about this series.
That's fine.
I took a week off of work for when Borderlands 3 came out so I could play it.
That's amazing.
I scheduled it around the release.
So then I guess the thought process I had about Borderlands and Gears, they don't add up at all.
They're pretty different. Gears seems like a really fun game,
It is.
but if you like farming and just trying to like just be a bamf, then Borderlands is for you.
I don't hate farming to games. I used to hate farming in video games, and then I picked up Monster Hunter, and then I started playing Elder Scrolls Online, and I'll farm for hours now, dude. Oh man, there have been plenty a night of me sitting in this room that we are in till 4 a.m. alone, just farming the shit out of Monster Hunter and Elder Scrolls Online. I can't stop. It's so fun.
Yeah, farming's like one of those things where you kind of meme that you don't like it, but you secretly like really like farming. It's like, oh man, what do you mean I have to farm this dude for 2 hours? Oh man, oh no, I love it.
You can meme about it all you want,
We know,
but you love it.
you love it.
You're a fan.
You're a fan.
Can't even deny it. One big game that I think is super underrated. Sea of Thieves. It is super underrated. It is so good, and so many people hate on this stupid little game. And I hate them for it. And don't get me wrong. I've played Sea of Thieves, I think, since launch day. Actually, yeah, I have played since launch day. And when it came out, I'm not going to lie, it was an empty-ass game. There's just nothing to do.
Yeah.
But now, there's so much to do. There's megalodons. The Kraken shows up a lot. There's like ghost ships.
Oh.
And then there's skeleton ships that pop out of the freaking water like David Jones from Pirates of the David Jones.
David Jones.
And dude, it's sick. There's so much to do in it now. Like, it's so good.
Yeah, one thing that I really like about Sea of Thieves is that it one, I'm really bad at it. Like I try and go and solo people like
Can't do that.
I'm like, oh, that's a cool, really big ship. I bet I can beat them. And you really underestimate the reload time.
Yeah.
And besides, that's why I haven't really played much. And I bought it like when it first came out, so like you said, it did seem like really empty. And like if you died, you'd wake up on like this island covered in snakes, and then you get bit by a snake, and you just watch yourself die again. So that was cool. But one thing I really admire Sea of Thieves for doing is that they do cross-platform.
They do.
And that is what all games should have, because all my buddies, I play on PC, all my buddies have Xboxes, And I just want to play with them. Like, I don't want to have to go out and buy an Xbox or have them buy a PC. Like, I just want to play with my friends, you know?
See, here's the thing about Sea of Thieves that I see, at least with it. So many people are toxic in it. That's the problem with Sea of Thieves, in my mind at least, is, like, I get that it's called Sea of Thieves. It's not called Sea of Friends. Like, it's a meme all over Sea of Thieves forums. I totally get that. But it's not just the fact that people are, like, toxic in that sense. People are just toxic in the damn game in general. Like, you and, like, 3 friends spend fucking, I don't know, 35 minutes beating a fort. You've worked. You've earned the loot in the fort. And then the second the big skull in the sky that, so when there's a fort, there's a big skull in the sky.
Got you.
Yeah. The second it disappears, there's always that one dick who's like, I'm going over there and I'm going to kill these people. And it sucks. But I think the company who makes it is called Rare. It's an amazing company. They're so great with their community. They're so involved with their community. Like, if there's a problem in the game and people talk about it, they fix it, which I love. But the way they've fixed that now is, so originally, when you're, like, playing the game, the Kraken can spawn at any time, but it's a really low spawn rate. Now, if a fort goes down and there's someone in the open sea, they have a really high chance of the Kraken spawning. So it's really helpful, as well as there's always so much going on now. So you can have, like, a skull fort on this side of the map, and then you have Flamebeard, who has a whole fleet of ghost ships on this side of the map. And then behind you, you have a big ship in the sky, which is skeleton ships. And it's really cool that instead of being like, oh, we're going to just kick out toxic players, it's almost like a punishment to an extent, where it's like, if you're going to be that toxic player, you could get krakened. You could have 2 ghost ships pop up out of nowhere on you and just be like, ha-ha, surprise.
Surprise. Well, that's really cool. Maybe that's one that we'll have to play
It is.
together. And it's cross-platform, so we can play it literally whenever. Good job. Good job, Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, no, legit.
Legit.
Like, hats off to Sea of Thieves. It's so good.
Yeah.
And I need to stop talking about it, or I'm going to go for 8 hours talking about how good Sea of Thieves is now. Because it's so good.
So what are some of your, like, favorite classic games then? Like, besides God of War, like, I know you're a Pokemon guy. Don't lie to me. I see you.
Do I look like I'm lying to you?
No.
Does my Nintendo 3DS, that's right there, with Soul Silver in it, look like it's lying to you?
I didn't know that.
It's right there, punk.
Well then, okay. So we grew up in the generation of Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
So, see, like some of my favorite classics, like the Legend of Zelda series. I really like those.
So, feel free to at me in the comments. Feel free to destroy me in the comments. Yo, I've only played, like, Majora's Mask, and I definitely didn't beat it. And I played, like, for 20 minutes, and I was like, nah. I was a kid. I didn't appreciate things like that when I was a kid, because I was more concerned about upgrading my Charmander to a Charizard and, you know, playing Pokemon Red.
Fair.
Fair. But, yeah, I won't lie. The only thing I really know anything about, like, Link or Zelda, like, or Sheik, whoever she turns into, I don't know how that works, is Super Smash Bros. That's it. That's where my knowledge ends, dude.
Wow. Well, I think you'd really like the new one, because it's people call it like the Legend of Zelda that copied Skyrim.
Whoa.
Yeah, they're comparing it. It's an open world. You go out, you find things. You can do dungeons in whatever order you want to. You can upgrade your armor. Things break, you have to repair them. Yeah. The only problem is because I got my first hazardous pay. So fun fact about me, I work in a pharmacy and we've been getting hazardous pay. So I, being the logical human, instead of investing it, was like, I'm gonna go out and buy a Nintendo Switch so I can play Breath of the Wild. And no, they're sold out everywhere. You can only get them from resellers. And but yeah, I think that you would really like Breath of the Wild. I wish I had a Switch so I could bring it over and just be like, hey dude, check it this out, it's so cool. Wow.
Just like that.
That's exactly how I sound. This is a voice that I put on.
I normally sound like this. Ow. He's not lying. I think I would probably really enjoy that. So on the idea of Skyrim,
Open this can.
yeah, you opened a can of worms, boy. I have actually never gotten past like 4 hours into Skyrim.
Really? I thought you were a big Skyrim guy.
No, I'm a huge Elder Scrolls Online guy, which is essentially Skyrim with your friends.
Oh, that's cool.
And a lot of people in my friends group that I won't name for their safety, you know who you are, make fun of me and tell me, how do you like Elder Scrolls Online so much, but you won't just fucking play Skyrim? And my answer to that is simple. Here it is. Y'all, Skyrim's hard as shit. I am so bad at Skyrim. How bad am I at Skyrim? Let me tell you. I was highly unaware that bears were like a whole ass problem in Skyrim. Like, you go play ESO, Elder Scrolls Online, and bears are like, click, click, dead. Skyrim, nah, they mean as shit. I told everyone in my friends group, because everyone, I think, except you, plays Skyrim in my group of friends. Everyone I know plays fucking Skyrim.
Yeah, I didn't know about ESO. Video games are more fun with your friends, in my opinion.
Thank you!
Yeah.
God! So, I also have really bad luck in Skyrim.
I got 14 dragons trying to eat me.
I would have preferred that. So, there's this one level in Skyrim, and when it comes down to like avoiding spoilers, Skyrim's been out for a long time. If you haven't played Skyrim at this point, fuck you, here's a spoiler. It's easy as that. So there's this one part where you go to this, like, you like infiltrate this party, and you're like sneaking around the castle. And so dragons can just spawn in Skyrim, like anywhere. Anywhere. And I'm on top of this castle, minding my business.
Barbecue sauce.
And a dragon shows up, lands. I went, not fighting that. I am like level 2. I'm really not good at this. So I run inside to avoid said dragon. I complete the mission, and I'm like, I gotta go back. There's no way the dragon's still there.
Oh, he dare be.
Yeah.
He dare be.
So I got killed by the dragon, and my dumbass didn't save. So, that's nice. So I had to restart the whole level. And then the dragon spawned again. And I was like, maybe it's supposed to spawn. So I Googled. It's not. Lucky me. And then the dragon glitched inside of the castle. And what did I do right before that happened? After I ran past the dragon and got inside the other part of the castle, I saved the game. So all my saves, after that, I'd load it, and the dragon would then glitch inside the castle. I was like, nope.
Time to burn it down and start again.
This is not for me. That was my first round at Skyrim.
Oh.
The second time was the bear. And then I put the controller down, burnt my Xbox, and never played it again. Like, dude, my Skyrim experience sucked.
That's what it sounds like. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I was kind of the opposite. I would see the dragons and run directly towards them, no matter what my level was.
You're that guy.
I was that guy. So back to that's why I main tank in Overwatch. I'm that dude that just yeet dabs.
Look at that smooth transition.
Thank you. It's like I wouldn't do that in real life, but in a video game, I want to see what that is. You know, do like 0.5 like 0.5 of a point damage. It's like, oh, this is going real good, guys. Let's keep going. Oh man, we'll get them in 20 hours.
So here's the best part about Elder Scrolls Online. So really cool DLCs. The one that's out right now is called The Dark Heart of Skyrim. It's sick. Not gonna spoil that because it's new. But there's one download called Elsewhere where you go fight dragons. And me, being pretty good at ESO, I was like, I'm gonna go fight those dragons. And I had a blast doing it. And I was telling my like little friends group, I was like, yeah, I just did Elsewhere. It's sick. Like, I want to fight dragons. I've never felt more uncomfortable with a group of people in my fucking life. Because they all looked at me, and it was almost like they planned it. And they didn't all say it at once, but they all said something along the lines of, then just play Skyrim! And I'm just like, nah. ESO, bitch. God.
Man, so did you ever get into WoW?
No. Oh, boy. All right, go ahead.
No, I never did either.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just leaning in. This is resting my balls.
I know some people who play it, and they've been trying to get me into it for a very long time. And I told them all, like, if I can get a computer that can run it, I will play it. And if they're listening, you know who you are. And I mean that. Now, am I going to be good at it? Probably not.
Oh, it's pay to play, though. So you have to have, like, a monthly subscription to play it. That's why I've never played it. I can't dedicate that amount of time.
But you can take 3 weeks off to play Borderlands 3.
Dude, it took 7 years for that game to come out.
Okay. That is
That
fair.
is my argument.
You know what? Solid argument.
Thank you.
I'll give you that one.
Thank you.
That one. Now, let's talk about games that are coming out. There's some really good games that are supposed to be coming out.
Cyberpunk?
Oh, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm so excited. I'll tell you one that I'm super stoked about that I don't know if you're going to feel the same way, but I feel this way about it. Dying Light, number 2. Now, I took you through some Dying Light the other day.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun.
It is a blast. It is survival horror at its finest. And they're doing a second one. And let me tell you, when it comes out, you will catch me in my buddy's basement for a solid 3 weeks. I will not come out. The sun won't even know what it looks like. And when I come out, I'm only going to be thinking about zombies. That's it. Boom.
We'll do a zombie podcast.
It'll be about me coming out from playing Dying Light.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be like, Zach, so like, where have you been the last 3 weeks? I'm going to be like, itching. Dying Light. I'm really excited for it. There's a lot of games coming out. Well, there were, but they all got
really delayed.
I know.
Which is kind of sad. I understand Cyberpunk because they're like, it's still like, I guess they're like, it's not finished. Like they want all the bugs to be out before. Like they don't want like we're gonna release this broken game and then patch it as it goes. They're like, we're gonna take more time to make sure it comes out perfect at launch, and I respect that decision.
I respect that decision as well, actually. There's one other game that's coming out, and I know we're running out of time here, so I gotta just plug this really quickly. I don't know if you know. They are doing an Avengers game.
Ooh.
And it's not based off the Marvel movies. It's like a solo game, and it's coming to PlayStation and Xbox, and I think it's just called Avengers Assemble. The gameplay is sick. You can level up your character, and you know what else? Multiplayer. I will probably not put it down.
It was supposed to come out in September, but then they delayed it to I think like June or July of 2021.
Okay.
But like, it looks good. It looks real good.
Makes sense. Next gen consoles is about to be out some.
Hopefully those don't get delayed.
Yeah.
I would be really upset actually if next gen consoles got delayed. That would suck. I'd be really sad because like I need the new Xbox.
Yeah, it's apparently a beast.
Yeah, it's built for streaming. I'm not gonna stream.
But it's nice to have that option.
It's nice. It's good to have options, okay? I'm not gonna buy the new PlayStation. It looks like a freaking computer router mixed with a stand-up fan.
It does.
Get out of here. At me in the comments.
PlayStation, you had everything going for you. You until Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts, they went over to Xbox too. What do you got now? Spooderman.
What do you got, Spooderman and Girderwer? Get out of here.
You had it. Yeah. Whoa, the new near. We're not getting into that wormhole. That is all the time that we have.
Yep, that is it. That is all the time we have today for Careless Opinion. Once again, my name is Zach.
And I am Nick.
And we will see you guys in the next podcast. And as always, like,
comment,
subscribe,
share,
turn on the notifications,
and stay frosty.
and follow us on Instagram. We'll see you guys later.
Seed of the Podcast.